The 10th round of the TCR UK Championship for 2023 bursts into life here at Silverstone, and who is going to get the whole shot down towards the first corner? It is not Bruce Winfield. What a start from Adam Shepherd and from Scott Sumpton, who I think is up into second place. Yes, he is. Shepherd leads through Cops, but Sumpton's on the charge. Scott Sumpton sees a chance to lead his first ever laps in the TCR UK Championship. Carl Boardley goes with him too, and as they barrel down towards Beckett's, Paul Winfield down to 4th.
And look at Shepherd trying to get away. Brilliant start from Sumpton. Go on, son.
Move up the inside for Carl Boardley. He's into second place, the championship leader on the charge, 4th on the grid. He will be second at the end of the opening lap of the race then. Bruce Winfield is going for 3rd place. He's found an overlap against Scott Sumpton's Honda, and as they head past the pits at the end of lap 1, Shepherd lead for the 2nd and Winfield back to 3rd.
Let's look at this, the 27, Scott Sumpton. Look how fast he is through Cop's Corner, absolutely lit, trying to get back on the back of Bruce Winfield. Who's that jinking out? Jensen Brickley, yeah, look at that. Joe Marshall cuts across the front and says, thanks very much. We'll keep you blocked for a bit, but Brickley's looking very fast. Gets the overlap. This could be interesting. Let's see the difference now in speed, because Brickley is in a fast Gen 2 car. I'll tell you what, you can keep that statement about the Audis being fast and straight line. Brickley's rapid.
Is he going to be able to commit round the outside of Brooklands? I think he will. Does Joe Marshall leave him space is the real question. Yes, he does. Nice racing there from Joe Marshall. Left plenty of racing room for Brickley, who does now move through into 6th position. So Jensen Brickley, another driver who needs some good points out of this weekend to keep his championship hopes alive, and he makes up a little bit of progress. Started 7th. He will be 6th at the end of lap number 3.
That lead car of Adam Shepherd.
Winfield.
Bruce Winfield!
That's a puncture or broken suspension on the left rear corner. I do not believe it. Bruce Winfield into the pit lane with a problem from 3rd place. And Paul, that came out of the blue.
Left rear.
Yeah, left rear suspension. It's not a tyre, is it? It's something in the suspension that's failed. So, Shepherd leads. Boardley 2nd. 3rd place for Scott Sumpton, but here comes Brickley. Late on the brakes, dives to the inside. And Jensen Brickley from 7th on the grid is onto the podium.
Oh, great move! Go on!
Oh, no! Into the side of Brickley. Sumpton back through into 3rd, but that was a robust overtake, that I'd have to say. And Brickley will be spitting feathers. Through goes Constable, through goes Bradley Kent as well. And he's lost momentum down the back straight. And here comes his old friend Oliver Cotton with revenge on his mind.
Yeah, he ain't going to be happy with what Brickley did to him. But to be fair, that is a great move. Marshall now out of nowhere. Sumpton's had enough now. He's had enough. He's actually keeping his nose in. That was a great little bit of move. Look at Kent. Kent round the outside. Brickley and Cotton coming through shot. Now, contact. Marshall with contact. Sumpton is having none of it. Grow up, guys. Love it. Come on. Sumpton's going to lose out here. Kent down the inside. Be careful, boys. Oh, Sumpton, he's getting fully involved. This is great for his racecraft. Good for him. Cotton round the outside. Look at Jack Constable. He's going to move up as well. Where do they go? This is brilliant. Who said all the tin top racing was finished? There was no action. No, there is.
Wouldn't it be nice to see Bradley Kent back on the podium? It's been a little while since we last saw the youngster who was many people's tip for the championship on the podium. But that, I fear, is Andy Wilmot, who I was about to point out was in 10th place. That would have been the race 2 pole position. He, though, has got some sort of mechanical issue, I think, and that will now, I reckon, put Alex Lee into 10th spot. So a little bit of good fortune there for Alex Lee, but heartbreak for Wilmot.
Oh, no!
And that's Shepherd! That is Adam Shepherd slowing at Beckett's corner. Heartbreak once again for the race leader, and that could well be his race done. The tyres look fine, the suspension looks fine. That's got to be something electrical or in the engine.
It's picked up again, though. Oh, no, it's not. Shades of Castle Combe. Oh, disaster.
Meanwhile, side by side for 2nd place now for Bradley Kent and Joe Marshall. Marshall squeezing, but Kent is there, gets a bit of a side draft down the back straight. Wing mirror to wing mirror, proper touring car racing this, and Joe Marshall on the inside, I think, will hang on. Joe Marshall hunting
Marshall's
now.
wide!
Oh, he's wide through Brooklands, leaves the door open, but that's the inside line for Luffield Corner. How many times have we seen these two side by side in this race, and still it goes on?
Oh, absolutely stunning stuff. This is the race of the race.
All about momentum here at Silverstone yet again. Bradley Kent gets the front end of that Veloster suddenly has come alive, hasn't it? And that's something they've struggled with all season long.
It's like a 4-wheel drive car. It looks like you've got brand new qualifying tyres on. And Marshall's struggling again. This could be it.
Over the curb and almost into the side, then almost into the back of the Audi. He's nibbling, he's tapping Morse code on the rear bumper. Nuzzles is made on the inside, and Jensen Brickley's there with them too. Side by side they go over that gravel that's been strewn across the road road exiting Luffield. Watch for Brickley though, he's got a double slipstream now against these two cars ahead of him as they head down towards Cops Corner. Inside line for Kent, outside line for Joe Marshall in this battle for second that refuses to die. Kent goes back to Brickley's on the inside, he's into the side I reckon of the Audi, and Brickley could be second before you know it.
Great opportunism! Talking of opportunism, I've one in your door, my old mate. There's the other Audi. Oh, and it's going to be teammates. This is some of the best stuff I've seen all year. Brilliant here at the National. And there's a Marshall with some, with a bit of a side. So there could be a gutter in. Who's that?
That's
Oh
Kent.
no, Kent.
That's the gravel.
It's a left front failure.
Oh, well, he's had a little bit of contact, hasn't he, on that left front corner, and I wonder if something's just given way. That is Bradley Kent's look all over, isn't it? Through the gravel at Comps, he's going to try and lift the car back. It has been all about this man, Carl Boardley. His 4th race victory of the season this could be, and it will be his 4th race victory from the last 5 races. The middle of his season has been spectacularly good. Things have fallen into his lap from a championship perspective in this race, admittedly, but he looked good for a podium finish anyway, and he brings the Hart GT Cupra out of the final turn to see a very familiar sight. The checkered flag is waved for Carl Boardley, and the championship leader takes another big stride towards the championship, you'd have to say. Jensen Brickley gathers some good points in second. That will benefit his championship position, but he's not outscoring the points leader yet. Joe Marshall third, Jack Constable fourth, and now where will Scott Sumpton end up on corrected times? It's 9th, I think. So Matthew Wilson is going to pick up the race 2 pole position with Scott Sumpton on the front row with him provisionally pulled. Carl Boardley up for the fight this year, and his 4th victory of the season nets him an even bigger championship margin at the front. Jensen Brickley second, Joe Marshall gets on the podium, and Joe Marshall from, where did I say, started 12th on the grid to a 3rd position was a remarkable effort indeed. Jack Constable 4th, Oliver Cottam 5th, so a top 5, a career best finish for Oliver. Maybe not the podium that he, in his heart of hearts, was hoping for, but still a solid result. Chris Smiley comes home in 6th, Callum Newsham 7th with Brad Hutchison, Scott Sumpton after a 5-second track limits penalty, and Matthew Wilson completing the top 10. Alex Lee, because of his 5-second track limits penalty, will not benefit from the reversed grid, it would seem. Whilst Luke Sargent, we didn't really mention him in that race, but he kept the area motorsport Hyundai Elantra out of trouble to finish in 12th place ahead of Darren Wilson and Rick Kerry. 15th position then was Jeff Olden, 16th for Andy Wilmot after his drama, whatever it was. He was 2 laps down, but he was running at the flag. There were, however, a fair few who weren't. Bradley Kent, left front puncture, Gary Townsend, mechanical dramas, likewise Darren Lewis, the belt snapping on Adam Shepherd's car from the race lead. And this really is the big story from that race. Boardley winning, his 2 nearest championship rivals scoring nothing. Adam Shepherd and Bruce Winfield. That is a race that they will rue, I think, for the rest of the season.